been Rito, Madalena, Pereira, Alexandra, Cruchinho, with the theme Cultural Identity of a Country as a Competitive Factor in Fashion Design, the impact of academic education on the construction of national brands. Thank you, Catarina.
Thank you. Sit, please. Can you just help me out with my
of course, with your presentation.
Yes. So I don't see. Sim, está na página 62. Okay. So I decided to present in English as we have people, I don't know here, but online that don't understand Portuguese. I think it's better. So our research, the cultural identity of a country as a competitive factor in fashion design, the impact of academic education in the construction of national brands. The investigators involved in this research, myself, Catarina, Rito, Alexandra, Madalena, Pereira, and at least for myself and Alexandra, this is a theme that does not end here. And what we try to analyze and see is that Portugal, cultural identity, education, fashion design. All these informations and themes can interact and can provide a plus for the Portuguese brands in fashion design, specifically in author fashion design. So we have identity and tradition. We have lots of things we can work with. We have the broderies. We have iconography, images, and we have history. And some of our designers in Portugal work punctually, frugally, these themes, and one or two do work very frequently in their collections. And we have the study case as Nuno Gama. So our goal is to demonstrate the importance of validating the country's identity through the fashion design. Is it important, our culture, to be in the creation of our fashion designers? It is not. We don't know. Perhaps we know. And how the educational context improves or teaches the future designers or the designers that are already in the market that identity from Portugal is important for their brands. What we think we can nowadays see is that the designers that started their works in the late 80s and in the 90s, they have a certain concern regarding cultural identity. The new generations, the generations that study in this century, they don't care, or it's not important for their work. The important is the international trends, etc. So what we try to combine and to have our analysis through this, we studied and we read a lot of other works already made. We studied our culture identity through some authors. We did some interviews, we spoke with some designers, and we decided to focus on Nuno Gama case. And why? Because he constantly interprets some of our cultural identity in his work through the time. He started in the late 80s, his brand was started in the early 90s, and it's normal to have Nuno Gama working. Some of our references can be traditional costumes, can be some ties, Portuguese styles, etc., etc. So he's more consistent. Every collection, more or less, is inspired in our culture heritage. Can be a historical moment, can be a broderie, can be an image, like the sardines, like the pastel de nata, like the Sant Antonio. Okay, so what we see in this case, in this collection from the fall-winter 19, we can see the caretos from Trás-os-Montes, and we see his interpretation in some suits and some comfort jackets. On another level and another idea, it is on this collection on the Spring-Summer 18. He likes to travel through the discovery moments, 600 years ago, and he likes to explore all those images. And we have this guitar player, which is Mike 11. He is a young boy, and so a young man, sorry, and he was playing a Portuguese song along with the jacket he has on him. As you can see, Nuno Gama explored some details of our tradition tiles. So, what we can start to discuss about it is academic formation. Academic studies does not influence directly the decision of exploring identity or not. Even though nowadays we are trying to, the slow fashion, to try to explore more traditional and more peculiar aspects of each culture, the young generation, like Olga Noronha or Isidro Paiva, they say it's not important to explore Portugal tradition or culture identity from Portugal. But for Nuno Gama, for instance, it is. He loves the country, he thinks he can explore and validate our culture. And so, the thing is, let's see how fashion in Portugal, as the fashion designers, still work this information, because the international trends are trying to pick some specific differences from tradition or different cultures, and I think we have an amazing and very rich cultural identity to explore and to validate through fashion design. Thank you.
Obrigada. Muito obrigada, Catarina, pela sua apresentação. Não sei se alguém tem alguma questão para colocar à Catarina acerca da apresentação. I don't know if anyone at home has any question to Catarina acerca de presentation, about the presentation. So next week.